guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm sure you've already seen this video going around YouTube, but today I'm going to be doing the Alphabetical Makeup Challenge. And I believe that this was started by James Charles and NikkieTutorials, who both posted theirs a few days ago. And I just thought that it was super interesting and fun. And I like that every one of these challenges is different because people's makeup steps are already different. So I thought that this would be an interesting challenge to do. And I just wanted to see if I could do it too, honestly. If you guys want to see me do the Alphabetical Makeup Challenge, then keep on watching. So up first is the letter B, and I have 4 steps for the letter B, but up first is bake. So that's what I'm going to start with. Normally I would do this to set my concealer and my foundation, but apparently we're going to do this first now. And this is even more challenging because you're really not supposed to apply liquid products on top of powder products because it just makes a huge mess and they don't sit well on top of each other. But bake is up first in the alphabet, so that is what we're going to do first. So I'm just taking my powder sponge and my Halo Hydrating Perfecting Powder from Smashbox, and I'm just going to bake everywhere that I normally bake, which is under my eyes, my forehead, and my chin. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the bake is on. I'm just gonna let that sit for about 5 minutes like I normally do, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take my powder brush and dust off this bake. Okay, so the next step is blush. I wish I had my Smashbox blushes with me. So I forgot my Smashbox blushes, and I'm really disappointed because those blushes can build up to be super bright. And that would be perfect for this look because then when I put the concealer and foundation over it, you'd be able to see it through. But I'm just gonna grab the only blush I have and try to apply as much as I can. Oh no. But if you want to check out the Smashbox blushes, I absolutely love them. They are the Smashbox Blush and Highlight Palettes. They're super beautiful and super cute, and they work really well, and I would highly recommend them. I just forgot mine. So if you want to, come swatch them and check them out. They are available in the Wildcat Shop. I'm just going to try to get on as much as I can, like honestly right now. And I picked the brightest color I could find. I'm also using powder products because that's what I would normally use, even though it would work better if I had cream products. Whew, that's a look. Seriously applying as much as I can. Blush. I'm applying that everywhere that I normally apply my blush. My nose. Oh my god. I'm just not gonna look in the viewfinder. Oh my god. We're just gonna move on. That is it. We're moving on. Okay, next is bronzer. I do have my Smashbox bronzer. So I just added everything that I would do for a like full glam look, which means I'm gonna do bronzer and contour. Normally I would start with contour, but since we're going alphabetically, we're doing a bronzer first. So I'm taking the bronzer from the Smashbox Step by Step contour palette and just gonna bronze my skin. And again, I want this to show through, so we're gonna go a little crazy. Hopefully this technique is gonna work for me. Challenge videos are usually the most fun for me to film, which is why I'm doing this. I might do some more. I've had one requested, so I guess we'll see. Okay. Just don't look at me, guys. Okay. Next is brows. I'm kind of sabotaging myself because I really need to get my brows done, but we're just going to ignore that. I'm going in with my Smashbox Brow Tech Matte Pencil as usual. And I'm just going to fill in my brows. I can't believe how much blush I applied. Next up is C for concealer. So I'm taking my favorite concealer, the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer. Just going to apply that as I normally would on top of powder. Wish me luck. Oh. I'm gonna blend that out with a beauty blender, hopefully. Oh my god. My blush is kind of showing through. I mean, like, ignore the part that's not covered with concealer. So it looks crazy there. Okay, that's actually not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So next up is C4 Contour. I'm just gonna take my Smashbox angled powder brush and the contour shade from the Step by Step contour palette, and I'm gonna go in and contour. And of course, I'm gonna do it a little bit darker than, or I mean a lot darker. I'm gonna do it a lot darker than I normally would. Alright. Okay, so now we're on to E, and the first step for E is eye primer. So I'm just taking my Smashbox 24-hour photo finish eye primer, and I'm just gonna apply that as I normally would. So next in the E's is eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna take my Smashbox LA Cover Shop palette, and I want to do a purple eye look today, so just gonna go ahead and do that. And I guess I didn't specify lower lash line in my list, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, just because it's more of a challenge at this point in my makeup. Wow, my skin looks really bad. So after E is F, and F is for foundation. So we're finally gonna apply some foundation, and I'm taking my Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Foundation, and I'm just gonna apply it with my fingers. So I do that quite often, and I want to get a light layer, so that's what is gonna happen when I apply with my fingers. Oh my goodness, I'm so scared. Okay. I'm seriously making this the lightest layer I possibly can. This ain't it. Does not look good. Moving on. So next is H, and H is for highlight, and I'm just going to use the Smashbox Spotlight palette in gold to highlight as I normally would right on top of the foundation. It's so different doing things out of order. Nothing is working the way I'm expecting it to. Cool. So next up is L, and L is for lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the Lily lashes. I've never put on lashes before, liner before, so. And I usually always wear liner with false lashes because then it hides the lash band. Okay, so now the lashes are on, and I'm gonna let them dry a little bit while we move on to our next step, which is lips. I just went ahead and made this one step because I don't normally line my lips or anything like that, so I'm just going in with my Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Stepping Out, and I'm just gonna apply that directly to my lips. Okay, so the next step is still in the letter L, but now we're doing liquid liner now that we have our giant lashes on. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Smashbox Always On Liquid Eyeliner and attempt to not mess this all up. So I'm not going to do a wing because I can't even see what's going on the outer corner of my eye, like, at all. Not even, like, I literally can't tell how that looks. I mean, I guess that means it's okay. If I can't see it from up close, then you guys probably can't see it either, so we're good. Next is mascara, which is good because I don't know if you guys can tell, my real lashes are seriously disconnected from my false lashes, so it'll be good to blend them together. So I'm taking the Smashbox Superfan Fanned Out Mascara, and I'm going to blend my false lashes with my real lashes. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Oh no. Oh gosh. Next is primer. Now, primer is definitely going to lift my foundation. Oh gosh. I think I should just go in with my Minimize Pores primer. I'm probably going to regret this one. I'm just gonna use a little tiny bit. So I'm taking the Minimize Pores Primer and I'm just gonna tap it in. Oh gosh. Maybe it'll actually help my pores right now and not ruin my foundation. I'm not rubbing at all. Yeah, it lifted my foundation for sure because it's not meant to go over foundation. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be though, so we're just going to go ahead and keep going. So the next step is setting powder, finally. So I'm going back in with my Smashbox Halo Hydrating Perfecting Powder, and luckily this has a little bit of coverage in it, so we can hopefully fix the mistakes that we've made before. And I'm just going to take my fluffy brush and just buff this right into the skin. Now that we're done with that, we're going to move on to setting spray. So I'm using my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, which is the Prep and Set Spray. I'm just going to set my face. Okay, it doesn't look horrible. It actually looks better than I anticipated. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead and tightline. And I'm using the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in the shade Fishnet. Okay, so here is the completed Alphabetical makeup look. When NikkieTutorials did her version of the Alphabetical makeup challenge, she said that it was interesting to switch up your routine because she's done things in the same order for so long, and it's interesting and challenging to try things in a different order. And I definitely agree that it was very challenging, but I think that there are certain variations in makeup, like some people do their eyes first, or some people do their face first, or some people do their brows first. Whatever it is, there's a little bit of variation, but for the most part, things are kind of in a set order, and I think that's for a reason, because products just work best layered in a certain way. You know, liquids before powders and all of that. So I don't think I'm going to be switching up my makeup routine anytime soon, but it was still a fun challenge. All of the products that I used in today's video, aside from the blush and the lashes, are available at the Wildcat Shop at Central Washington University, so be sure to come check that out if you saw anything that you found interesting. And I believe that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. And you see the EFG, HNA, LNLP, QRST. Can't believe I'm posting a video of myself doing this on the internet. Absolutely not. Oh my god. Oh no. So next is H, and H is for highlight. Oh god. Oh no. I literally just got that on my nose.